Hi, I'm Lynn Bridgeford from iTheBios, and today in our series on mental health and coaching, we're going to be talking about self-talk. So, who's talking and who's listening? Which part of ourselves? So, we all talk to ourselves, whether it's talking out loud or inside our heads. So, the question is, who's talking? And are you talking to yourself as a controlling parent or a nurturing parent? A rebellious child, a natural child? Are you talking as a critical friend, or are you talking as a loving friend? It's really important to take some time and look at the power of our words and what we think inside ourselves. Sometimes the talk inside ourselves is learnt from our parents, from our siblings, from our school, and we may talk to ourselves the way other people have done in the past, and particularly as children, and it may not be that helpful. So looking at a simple thing like balance, although that's not necessarily simple, many times my yoga students will go, "Oh, I've fallen over, I'm having a bad day." Doesn't have to be a bad day. That was maybe just a wobbly moment. So let's not write off the whole day with something that happened in a moment. And let's stand back, have a look. What are we saying? Do we just give up because something didn't work? Or do we stand back, breathe, go, okay, center myself, breathe, root myself into the floor, take my time, do it gently, do it calmly, and very often it goes much more easily. So we can be talking to ourselves about all kinds of things. It could be something about starting a new habit. I mean, habits is a whole video on its own. What are we saying about starting a new habit? Oh, I can't do that. I can't sit down and meditate. I might as well go and have a glass of wine. Well, sometimes we make a big thing out of something. So I encourage people to sit down and meditate or just be calm for a couple of minutes. Just breathe, focus on your breath, close your eyes, only a few minutes. Sometimes we put big barriers in front of ourselves because we go, that's too much, I can't do it. Have a go with that yourself. Give yourself little goals and allow yourself to achieve them. And what do we do if we don't achieve goals? Do we let ourselves easily off the hook and say, oh, it doesn't matter? Do we go, oh, I really should have done that, and do a whole guilt trip? Or do you really make a decision that next time may be better? And what would be useful to you if you're attempting to start something new and you haven't managed it? So if you were dealing with somebody you love, a child, particularly somebody you're teaching and you want them to do well, chances are you're going to be kind, you're going to talk to them in an encouraging way, understand why something hasn't worked, encourage them, perhaps do it in a more simple way or in a different way, or perhaps not today, give up and do something else. So it's important to be kind to ourselves if we want to have peace and joy in life. We're the ones who talk inside our heads, so have a look at the things you say to yourself. Another one would be stopping a habit. Oh, well, I always come in and I just sit down and I have a cup of coffee and I watch TV and I forget about everything. That's okay if that's what you want to do. If you want to do something different, you may want to do a little bit of exercise. You may come in and feel tired and say to yourself, oh, I'm too tired, I don't feel like it, I don't feel like exercising. Or you may say to yourself, well, I feel a bit tired. However, if I just move my body for a few minutes, and I'm lucky that I can move my body for a few minutes, then maybe that'll ease some of my tiredness and give me a better evening. I'll give it a go. So it is looking at things positively and regarding ourselves kindly, as Carl Rogers says, unconditional positive regard. If you're looking to learn something new or go for a new job, have a look at how you talk to yourself. Do you beat yourself up, tell yourself you'll never do it? Do you big yourself up in a way that you tell yourself you can do it when you actually know you can't? Or do you give yourself encouragement and look at the reality of what you're going for, where you can get help, be realistic with yourself, be kind, and if you know there's something you're not quite up to, Perhaps give yourself the opportunity to learn that or brush up on it, and be kind to yourself. So a few words to watch in talking about yourself is always, never. You always do this, you never do that. Really? Never? Always? Watch those words. Be in the moment. Each time is different. So I would encourage you to take a few moments, sit down, think about something, and watch what goes through your mind. Perhaps write it down. And then have a look at it and see, would I feel good if somebody else said that to me? And if you don't, then think about how you would like somebody else to speak to you, and think about speaking to yourself in that same positive, nurturing, encouraging way. We still want to be honest with ourselves, about ourselves and to ourselves, and we want to do that with kindness. So enjoy exploring your self-talk, enjoy saying nicer things to yourself, being kinder and being more encouraging, and see how you feel by the end of a week of doing that. Thank you so much. Enjoy positive self-talk and encouragement.